Donald Trump claims he wants to make America great again, but maybe he should start by making some friends. Sure, he's got fans and followers, but there's a whole lineup of celebrities who aren't exactly rolling out the red carpet for him. First up, let's talk about the queen of Hollywood herself, Meryl Streep. At the 2017 Golden Globes, she delivered a passionate speech that called out Trump for mocking a disabled reporter. Her powerful words were a call to action for the press to hold those in power accountable.
Disrespect invites disrespect. Violence incites violence. When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose.
A mic drop moment for sure. Trump, however, wasn't too happy about it.
You are a rude, terrible person.
He denied ever mocking the reporter and tweeted that Meryl was one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood and a Hillary flunky who lost big. Ouch.
I am the most overrated and most over-decorated.
That sounds like a classic case of, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Now, let's crank it up a notch with the one and only Cher. This iconic singer has made it clear that she's never hated anyone as much as she hates Trump.
I don't think he has two moral fibers to rub together.
She admitted she'd be dancing around if he were prosecuted and locked up. And she didn't stop there. Cher accused Trump of creating a toxic culture war in America, saying that people who once disagreed are now enemies. I hate him, she declared.
I would put my fist through his face.
And speaking about the 2024 presidential election, she added, if he gets in, who knows? This time, I will leave the country. You know it's serious when Cher threatens to move.
I don't know how he is a candidate. He is so dangerous.
Then we have the master of horror himself, Stephen King.
Do you think that the Trump presidency is scarier than a Stephen King novel?
Short answer to that is yes, I do.
This best-selling author made his feelings about Trump pretty clear, calling him a horrible president and a sociopath.
I might have said he had his head somewhere where a certain yoga position would be necessary to get it there.
King also stirred up some controversy when he tweeted about a recent shooting incident involving Trump. He said, "These are the guns the Republican Party and Trump want to protect." Oh, it was a direct hit. Actually, he has consistently criticized Trump, especially when it comes to the former president's criminal behavior and the alarming rise of fascism in the US. He's definitely not holding back.
Have you ever blocked anybody?
Yes, I blocked Donald Trump.
Next up is Robert De Niro, who's made headlines for calling Trump a clown and a dictator during a recent event.
Yeah, he's so stupid.
After his fiery speech outside a trial, De Niro was set to receive a prestigious award. But guess what? The National Association of Broadcasters decided to rescind it because they didn't want any distractions from their bipartisan event. Seems like standing up for what you believe in has its consequences.
He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
Trump, of course, didn't take it lying down and called De Niro pathetic on social media. Classic Trump move.
Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron.
Carrie Washington is also joining the ranks of celebrities who aren't shy about voicing their opinions on Trump.
You know, I'm always really careful to say to people, I don't participate in politics as a celebrity. I participate in politics as an American.
In a chat with Bustle, she expressed her concerns about Trump's conviction and how he can still run for president. Everything has changed in terms of how I feel about the so-called justice system, she said.
There will be very little that we can do to stop him from using the power of the White House however he wants.
Washington highlighted the irony that if a convicted felon can run for president, then maybe we should rethink how we treat felons in society. Preach. Oh, and who could forget about the Obamas? During the Democratic National Convention, they made it clear where they stand.
America's ready for a new chapter. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
Barack didn't sugarcoat anything. He highlighted that this race is tight, and Trump's complaints are only getting louder now that Kamala Harris is in the race.
One thing is for certain, Donald Trump is not losing sleep over that question.
It's like Trump's trying to drown out her support with all that noise he's making.
There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Obama also praised Kamala as someone in it for the right reasons, unlike that annoying neighbor with the leaf blower who just makes a bunch of noise but doesn't help anyone.
She's not the neighbor running the leaf blower, she's the neighbor rushing over to help when you need a hand.
Well, this man knows how to maneuver with metaphors. And then there's Michelle Obama, who delivered a powerful speech that took direct aim at Trump's fear-mongering tactics. She didn't hold back, throwing shade at Trump's black jobs comment.
I want to know, who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Now that was a mic drop moment. Next, we have the charming George Clooney.
There's this part of you that just goes, well, that guy shouldn't be. But I was wrong, and he was, and...
Just recently, Clooney expressed his concern over Trump's re-election.
It's all scary, right? Just because there is a world where we could go back.
And back in 2017, he called out Trump for labeling him and other Hollywood figures as elite living in a bubble. Clooney, who has a humble background, reminded everyone that he sold insurance door to door and had to make sacrifices just to get by. He said he lives in a gold tower and has 12 people in his company, contrasting his own experiences with those of Trump. Hollywood elite? I don't have a star on Hollywood Boulevard. Donald Trump has a star on Hollywood Boulevard. F you. Ouch, what a comeback.
He was just this knucklehead. I knew him before he was, a president. He was just a guy who was chasing girls. Every time you went out, he'd come over and be like, what's the name of that girl? That's all he was.
Eminem has never held back his disdain for Donald Trump. In a 2017 Vulture interview, he questioned how any working-class person could trust a billionaire who dodged the military and has never known real struggle. He took it further with a fiery freestyle at the BET Awards, and later in his track, The Ringer, because apparently, roasting Trump once just wasn't enough. Jim Carrey didn't mince words either, calling Trump a melanoma and accusing him of raping our system during a Vulture Festival panel. He even created over 100 political cartoons targeting Trump, but eventually quit, saying he needed to reclaim some mental bandwidth. Before he stopped, though, he left us with one final jab, dubbing Trump Orange Julius Caesar. Looks like even Carrey needed a timeout from all the political cartooning. Arnold Schwarzenegger also didn't shy away, branding Trump a failed leader who will go down as the worst president in U.S. history.
Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president.
He warned that Trump's lies and attempts to overturn a fair election were dangerous and predicted that if Trump gets the Republican nomination again, Democrats will win easily.
President Trump sought to overturn the results of an election, and of a fair election. He sought a coup by misleading people with lies.
Another celebrity who holds a personal grudge against Trump is Jennifer Lawrence. The actress revealed that his election caused a huge rift in her family. While she supported Hillary Clinton, her family backed Trump, leading to years of tension. She's been working to mend things, but she's clear that Trump's presidency changed everything for her view of the Republican Party. And then there's Jimmy Kimmel, who's been feuding with Trump for years. Trump recently ranted about Kimmel being the worst Oscars host ever, but Kimmel wasn't fazed. He fact-checked Trump live on air and even joked about how obsessed the former president is with an Oscars moment no one else even remembers. Kimmel's clearly enjoying the ongoing back and forth, proving that this feud isn't ending anytime soon. So, there you have it. Hollywood's got its fair share of Trump critics. Got any other celebrities who've taken a stand against him? Drop their names in the comments. Let's see if we can compile a full list.